do we do at Hot Buttered Elves? Do a little bit of everything. We just figure out what isn't done or what hasn't been done. We live in a gray area and we're comfortable there because we're always creating our way through that. And that's when you call in Hot Buttered Elves and we figure it out. And that's what we enjoy doing. It's different every time. I'm Dan Garr from Hot Buttered Elves, and I've been running this company for about 25 years. Been going back and forth from doing artwork, doing inventions, coming up with our own product lines, and now we're looking to move into a new area and do something that's a lot more fun and a lot more exciting in 3D artwork. So I think we have a new angle that's going to be kind of cool. Wallables was the great line. You know, it was grassroots. You had to create your generic characters, get them out there, and then once they started selling, then you could talk to licensing. And then once you have enough distribution, licensing will say, you know, or Disney or someone like that would say, yeah, I think you guys can move our products, so let's talk royalties, see if your numbers work out, and then off we went. And it became kind of a fun 3D style of decorating your room. So Hot Buttered Elves is definitely a team. It's elves. We are elves. I mean, elves make things. The name kind of fits, that we make toys, and you know, it is a group of very talented people that know what they're doing.
Each person that works here has a specific part, and sometimes it melds together over. We have people that paint, but they also might sculpt. The
sculptors are, you know, incredibly trained. They all go to school or have an amazing skill set. Eddie, my painter, he's amazing. I've never seen him miss a color. He's almost memorized the Pantone book. You know, Jason, amazing sculptor, an amazing painter. You know, all the things that they can do. When you put that group together and join that with the digital side, and Joanna is able to create incredible models, and you know, this whole team comes together, and when we get all our engineers and everybody on board, there's really nothing we can't put together. And we have a great time doing it. It's a lot of fun. All right, so you know what? We're in the process of this great painting. We're making this monster painting. And it's a lot of fun. We had 10 of us in a room, and we all had 10 pieces of paper, and we all started drawing monsters. We had to come up with monster content. So we started sketching and sketching and sketching, and all these great characters started coming out. At the end of the day, we had about probably 40 that we could work with. So the next step was sculpting them. So that's when we break out the clay, we do the digital, you know, so we have a lot of these characters built in the computer, and eventually all of them are in the computer. So we can print them out, we can change the position on them, we can do different things like that.
For creating the monster piece, I was brought in right in the beginning, right when Dan was starting. The biggest challenge was definitely the perspective, getting it right. When you're trying to make something that's in between those two worlds, where it's almost half drawn and half, you know, not, perspective doesn't make exact sense. So you kind of have to work it and eyeball it, but it actually came out really great, I thought.
I mean, it's got a big funny monster in it, and he's in the kitchen eating. In the kitchen are all these other monsters all over the place, and you know, they're sitting in one section, and some of them are in the pot, and some of them are on a spoon. But that monster's just eating them. He's eating them all, one at a time. None of those little monsters are paying attention because they're all on their iPads. So it's kind of a play on, you know, I watch my kids and they've got those iPads and I see them walking and they walk right into a wall. That's kind of the whole play on this painting, you know, the big monster is a big green apple looking thing. So it was more or less, that's Apple. And there's everybody that he's eating up. You know, when you look down at the bottom, you see this little character and he's got this newspaper and he's got his hand over his heart like he knows it's all over. And the newspaper says, Zorg enforces thought control. And ironically, that's the button that turns on the lights and everything. So it's kind of like one of those things that plays off the concept real well. Ties it all in and makes it into a nice story. Kind of catches you when you look at it, and after a while you go, oh yeah, oh there it is. So there's always something in the paintings that we have. The world's going 3D. 2D is dinosaur. That's what the D stands for. I mean, it's just, it's moving, we're moving past that. So I want to take artwork into the 3D world, but I'm not just going to do it with, you know, pulling things off of a canvas. you know, we're adding a lot more tricks, a lot more fun things in there, and a lot more of a message, you know, things that make you think, provoke thought. So we're trying to create something that's it's got a style, and when you have one on your wall, you know, it's a calling piece. People will look at that and they will say, wow. And, you know, the meaning of it won't hit them right away until they study it a little bit, you know, like good artwork should do. It should, you know, leave you thinking. Until you can smell the bananas on the canvas, I won't be happy.